but this is the lesson 3. Projects. So starting next lesson, we're going to start moving towards thinking about major projects. For now, we're still focusing on the reading, and we're still working with some smaller homework assignments. The first major project, you are going to design your own working font face. And so we're going to be using a third-party software that allows you to hand draw your own fonts, upload them, and it converts it into a font file that you can install and use on your system. And then with that font that you create, you're then going to design a poster with it, sort of describing some sort of concept with the, but I'll do a formal handout. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what's coming, but we will have a formal handout moving forward. I'll show examples. There will be a dedicated page to the project, and there'll be a video recording. So I just want to give you guys sort of like something to think about in the back of your head, that you know, projects are coming. We're going to go over them. They're right around the corner, but for now, we're still going to learn some fundamentals, and we're going to still continue to learn some of the software, even though we've only had one lesson. But there's just a lot of sort of things that are woven together, but it's going to happen soon. You're going to start getting projects pretty soon. So for this week, I have some videos that I've curated, and I think for the first half of the class, I'm sort of focusing on, I think, font faces or topics somewhat in a chronological order. I'm trying to convey, this is sort of the legacy of type, this is the legacy of working with text, and I'm trying to structure the class in somewhat of a chronological order. It's not perfect, but I want to give a sense of that. And so for today, what I want to start off with is the inception of type and the inception of text. With that being said, we're going to not look at formal typographical structures, but what predated that. And we're going to start looking at symbols and icons and how cultures and societies work with that. So the first video that I'd like you to watch deals with common Paleolithic symbols and how early civilizations use these symbols to communicate with one another. And I find this video in particular really fascinating. So I wanted to share it with you. So this is a series of symbols, you know, found that Paleolithic man created. It's definitely worth a watch. On the flip side of that, I've also curated another video that deals with a similar subject, but it's only about 100 years old. So 100 years ago, there was a subculture in the United States of people who would communicate in a very similar way to Paleolithic man. And so I think it's kind of interesting that these tools, these systems, these ideas, these concepts, these methods are reoccurring. So I think it's kind of an interesting connection to look at something that was happening about 100 years ago that was very similar to what was happening thousands of years ago. So check those out. And then I also have this other really interesting video about the power of typography and sort of how type is woven into our culture and our practices. This video is a little bit longer. I don't remember how long it is. Let me hit about 12 minutes. About 12 minutes long. This is also tied to this week's homework assignment. So you're going to have to watch this video. You're going to think about it, and then you're going to look at some content around you, and you're going to record pictures of it, take pictures of it, and you're going to respond to these uses of text or these uses of type on products. Okay, so we have a video on symbols. We have a video on the power of typography. We have another video about using symbols to communicate in the industrial age. This topic is called the Hobo Code. Have any of you heard of this before, the Hobo Code? No, you don't? You guys are really young, so you probably don't even know what the term hobo is. So this goes into what the term is as well. So it's going to give you a little bit of a background regarding that. And then there's a scene from a show called Mad Men. You guys ever seen Mad Men before? No? So there's a scene in Mad Men that deals with this subject matter. Okay, so I thought it would be interesting for you to see a play that deals with that topic. Okay?